does just that.
And Marlon Watts was just a little step slow right there in his defensive rotation. Those are the little things that you come to Summer League to learn. Because in college, he could be a step slow and get that block. In the league, it's all about the timing. You got to be there early. Who's getting the better of who's running that court hard, fighting for position inside. Who just has a better understanding of the game right now at this young age.
Shot clock at 5. Dunn backing down. Last year's first round pick loses it on the way up. It's another shot clock violation.
With a high level player like Anthony Edwards on your team, not only do you have to score the ball, but you have to be efficient. And take care of the rock as well.
Well, now Brennan, Summer League head coach Kevin Hansen said, we want him to run the show. And he said he was able to just anchor a unit, anchor a championship unit defensively.
I saw it firsthand. I was on that team.
Difference that he was able to make for the Mavericks. Malawatch reads. Ryan Dunn, front rim. It's part of the reason why. Big screen by Edwards. And then intercepted from behind by Collins.
Great hustle by Collins. Collins got screened incredibly hard, but he got right back in there and ended up getting that steal.
Suns trying to steal it right back. Digataro dives to the deck. Tries to save possession for Field.
What do you think about his game is going to shine the most at this next level?
Well, to me, he just is made for modern game in terms of, you know, the defensive versatility, really being like a point forward or whatever you want to call him, as a guy that can create for himself or create for others on the offensive end. Somebody that competes all the time. I just think he's got such a unique skill set that, you know,
you have to be able to catch it, score, or make the correct pass. And Iguodala was really good at catching and scoring in there with the float game.
And in a Summer League setting, it's nice to have a point guard like Collins on this end, too, who just knows where to go with the basketball.
Yeah, Collins is going to set the table for everybody.
Dunn, who's checked back in, gets the shooter's touch.
It should be advantage Timberwolves with a player like Dillingham being the type of electric scorer he is and confident player he is. In this environment, you would think he would have an advantage coming down the stretch.
Collins, playmaker. Dunn hunts a three. Puts it down. It's clearly off of Bailey. Five-point game, 3:35 left. Suns Wolves. Game 1 at the Pavilion. Malawatch gets rid of it. Dunn, he knew it was off as soon as it left his hands. Barrage fights for the rebound. It's off his. Don't get much time practicing when you do work on these baseline out of bounds plays and just try to set it up for Dunn.
Size over there.
Collins. Dunn flies for the second chance, and now the Wolves. Timberwolves looking to stay unbeaten in Summer League. Been down most of the way here. Dunn with his team down 3. A healthy 3. Was that tipped? Wow. No. Converted. In the middle of last season, hits the free throw to make it a 2-possession game. Ellis staying out first half for the Suns. Just 3 seconds left. That one up. Won't fall. And
more importantly, has the ability to shoot the 3. Hasn't made a lot of them early, but you see the confidence is there. There goes my guy. Wow. Who gets the start at the 5. And you've got a number of members on this Kings team who, of course, were members of the Stockton Kings who won the G League championship this year and the G League Finals MVP, and Mason Jones, who won final.
Clifford sprays it out to Carter. Been pulling that 3 pretty well. That one comes up short.
Yeah, you talked about Devin Carter and his point guard play, but he dropped 30 last time out, so he's also been working on getting the bucket.
Dunn knocks down the 3.
That's it, West.
Playing with it a little bit too much. Tipped up and in from Ryan on the handback. Tough shot and rebounded by Dunn.
That's Dunn doing exactly what he was talking about before, is getting back in, coming up with rebounds. Now 4 rebounds for Ryan Dunn here in this first half as he continues to be aggressive, and that's really where he's grown as a player. More importantly, the confidence to take that shot off. But again, you've been a lifer in the front office. But what did being on ESPN, on that microphone, Trying to add that to his game. Clifford had it knocked away by Ryan Dunn, and that's why Ryan Dunn is regarded as a better than average defender.
You can see Ryan Dunn really jump into that small forward starting role for the Phoenix Suns this year and taking on that role of defending the opposing team's best offensive player, especially in Central Africa. Made it to the Olympics last year. He was a member of that team that was coached by Royal Ivey. Now, he was talking about early in his basketball journey meeting Kyle Korver at a basketball without borders event. Ryan Dunn with
and he was a good lob straight on thread on that one.
Very prescient of you to pick up on that back screen on the weak side.
The crystal ball works once.
That's pretty good. Well, perfectly timed. You want to get your former first pick from a year ago off to a great start.
Wow, an imperious
for him in this game is to get up 5 or 6 3-point shots.
Speaking with Malawach, he has a little secret as to how he improved his 3-point shooting. There's
a lot of the players that'll be guarding him are prone to rim protection. So he's going to have that outlet. He doesn't have to rush the 3, and that's why they think he can extend his range.
No hesitation from Ryan Dunn that time. And a good block.
It's important to be here for this team.
Just to be able to set the tone to what we want to do as a Wizard organization, and just to be able to create that chemistry with other guys.
What do you think about your individual start?
It was okay. Starting off good. Then we played solid defense, been physical. We need to do better in the second quarter and going on.
Trey Johnson, he's making his Summer League debut. What's impressed you about his play so far?
Just his confidence.
And that was a really difficult finish because he had to go up and around and stay in the air that long through hands of defenders and ended up still getting to the rim. That was incredibly difficult done.
Right there. A lot of times last year the Suns used him to guard the other team's best perimeter offensive threat. For Bob Carrington, who drills the 3.
No hesitation whatsoever. He came off that dribble handoff, and Malawach was right there with a hand up, and Bob Carrington completely undeterred by that.
They swing it around weak side real quick. And that jumper by Dunn is short. Bounce, got it, butter. Trey Johnson. And he's up to 14 on the night. First round pick out of Texas. Tough fadeaway by Ryan.
So far in the few weeks that we've had him.
Speaking of progress, Alex Sarr really improved, I think, after the All-Star break last year. Had a nice surge at both ends of the court. And what do you make of what he's done and what the next step is for him now?
I think you're seeing a little bit of everything he does. He had some really...
In the case of a guy like Ellis, it might not be the Phoenix Suns. It might be another team whose front office he impresses and gets an opportunity with them.
Contested, even though he had time to get that off. Little sidestep. Gets himself on balance so he can shoot.
Iguodala with the left-handed finish. That here's the Wizards and Trey Johnson. Tough pass, never made it. Threw it behind his teammate Johnson. Dunn gets it back on the drive. Had it partially blocked.